AI changed again this week, and two of the biggest updates affect tools you and your team likely already use. Plus, there's one problem quietly killing AI ROI inside most businesses. Stick around to hear what Workday's recent research calls the AI productivity paradox. AI news moves so fast right now that it's hard to tell what to pay attention to and what's important versus what's just hype. That's why today I'm breaking down a few important headlines from this past week, specifically regarding changes to two of the major AI tools, ChatGPT and Gemini. I'm going to highlight how these changes might affect you and your team. Plus, Workday did another study, and there's a clear problem that's causing companies to leave AI gains on the table. We'll discuss why many companies that are using AI aren't getting the ROI they expected and what to do about it. I'm Roslyn. I teach people how to apply AI in their personal and professional lives. I've worked with hundreds of companies across the US, helping owners and leaders align their people and their processes, which hopefully creates happier teams. I founded the AI Ready learning platform to help leaders integrate AI across their organizations, to help employees upskill with AI, and to help reimagine the future of work in a way that's good for humanity. If you want help learning how to apply AI tools and technology, especially as AI is rapidly changing, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss an episode. All right, let's dive into what's changed with ChatGPT and Gemini, and then we'll close out with the new Workday research on how rework is wiping out AI ROI and how you can overcome the AI productivity paradox. First, the update from OpenAI. They're rolling out a lower cost plan and testing ads inside ChatGPT's free experience and their new lower cost tier. OpenAI introduced ChatGPT Go to the US. This lower cost tier had already been made available in other countries like India, but now it's here in the US. And here's what you need to know about ChatGPT Go. OpenAI describes their new tier as being designed for people who want to experience their latest model, ChatGPT 5.2 Instant, giving them more messages, more updates, more image creation at a lower price point. According to OpenAI, with ChatGPT Go, you'll get 10 times more messages, file uploads, and image creation than their free tier, so you can keep chatting with fewer limits on GPT 5.2 Instant. You'll also get longer memory and context windows, so ChatGPT can remember more helpful details about you over time. Whereas with Plus, this is designed for work that requires deeper reasoning, like writing and editing documents, learning and research, or data analysis. It also offers expanded access to GPT 5.2 thinking, along with the flexibility to choose legacy models and use their coding agent, Codex. Compared to Go, Plus also includes higher limits for messages, file uploads, memory, and context. So again, ChatGPT can remember more details from past conversations and support longer, more continuous workflows. OpenAI describes ChatGPT Pro as being built for AI power users who are pushing the limits of advanced intelligence. They note that this tier offers full access to their most powerful model, GPT 5.2 Pro, along with maximum memory context and earlier previews of their newest features. Now, I've got to say, at the price point of $200 a month versus Plus's $20 or now Go's $8 per month, that price point is a substantial difference. So it will be interesting to see how the new tier entices people to make the switch to a paid version. This is probably part of OpenAI's move to start to actually monetize the tools that they're offering. But a really important part of the ChatGPT Go announcement that I don't want you to miss is that for the first time, OpenAI is going to begin testing ads in ChatGPT for their free and Go tiers. Meanwhile, Plus, Pro, Business, and Enterprise will stay ad-free for now. OpenAI says that advertising won't influence ChatGPT's outputs and that user conversations will not be shared with marketers. But the decision to offer ads will definitely impact user experience, in my opinion. And here's why this matters for business leaders and employees. If your team uses mixed accounts, the experience is going to get inconsistent fast. And this is where risk, frustration, and productivity and policy issues tend to show up. This isn't just about having the same features from person to person. It becomes about whether or not people are getting the same quality output. Are they using the same settings? Are they entering business information into personal tools? And now, are they assuming that AI is neutral when ads are showing up inside the same experience? This is a good case for standardization. If you haven't already done so, it's important to pick the tools and tiers your company supports and set a basic policy for what can and what can't go into AI. Even a one-page guideline can prevent a lot of mess later. If you want a policy that's already 98% done for you, you can pick up our AI company policy template on the AI Ready Learning platform. All right, let's get into the second update, which comes from Google. They're now pushing Gemini toward what they're calling personal intelligence. In simple terms, this means that AI is moving from answer questions to help you act using your real context. If you give Gemini permission by opting into connecting your apps, it can now pull from things like Gmail, Photos, Search, and YouTube to give you answers that are more relevant and specific to you. For individuals who try this out, it may likely feel like a good experience. Instead of searching across everything, you'll ask one question and get answers that are based on your world. Gemini will be searching your photos, if you connect it, other apps, Gmail, etc., and start to pull in your personal information. The shadow side of this for businesses is that it's going to start to push boundaries. So here's the decision that leaders need to make. Do we want employees connecting work-related activities to their personal AI assistants? Because this is where lines can blur fast. The future is connected AI, so it's time to get ahead with clear rules and expectations for how you want your employees to use AI. Clarify which accounts they should use for work, what information can go in, and what systems they're allowed to connect to. Make sure that they're never pulling in confidential company or client information to their tools. This isn't about being paranoid. It's about staying clear and intentional. This is yet another case for having a company-wide AI policy. If you don't have one, it's time to get that in place. All right, our final piece of AI news from this past week comes from the Workday research, and it's one that I want you to hear loud and clear. Their research is showing that employees do save time with AI, but that a lot of that time gets erased because they have to redo the outputs. If you've been thinking we use AI, but I don't really see the payoffs, this is one of the reasons. Here's what it looks like in real life. The user interacts with AI and the response is fast but generic. It sounds confident, but it's not accurate. It misses context. So the user has to rewrite it. The time spent reworking the output eats up a lot of the time that was saved. That's the productivity paradox. AI ROI doesn't just come from using AI, it comes from using AI with standards and best practices. The good news is that this is easy to fix. It doesn't have to be complicated. Learning better prompting and ways to consistently give your AI tools more context can save you a lot of time on the back end and reduce rework. Let me help you think of it like this. One of my favorite examples that I give to people who take our AI Foundations course is what I call the key lime pie. Let's say I'm searching the internet for a recipe for key lime pie. If I just type in key lime pie recipe, the chances are that I will get a recipe for key lime pie. But if I give that search engine more clarity and I say, I want a key lime pie recipe made with fresh key limes and extra fat, then I'm going to get a very different key lime pie recipe. I could also give it more information like I've never made a key lime pie before, and so I need a really good step-by-step guide. If I put in more of this context, I'm going to get a better output. Getting that right output the first time means I don't have to go back and find different recipes that are closer to what I was expecting. Giving it more context on the front end means that my key lime pie recipe is exactly the one I was looking for. So here are a few steps that you can take to get closer to that key lime pie example. First, consider adding a prompt library. This would allow team members to share the prompts that they've been using that give them meaningful and effective outputs. I like to call these your MVPs, your most valuable prompts. Second, gather examples of what good AI outputs look like and try feeding them into the tool with the prompts. This will give your AI tool a better understanding of the output that you're looking for. You can also consider creating a simple review checklist so that employees don't waste time and are consistent when it comes to checking the quality of the outputs that they're given. Pro tip, defining clear use cases of where AI helps and where it doesn't can also make a big impact. That's why we've cataloged over 100 use cases across the organization in our AI Ready playbooks. When you make these simple adjustments to how you're using AI, you stop wasting time with rework and start producing better quality work faster and the first time. If you do only one thing after this video, do this. Pick one business task that you or your team constantly repeats. This could look like checking emails, writing job descriptions, creating standard operating procedures, sending proposals, responding to customers. You get the point. Whatever you pick, take these 3 simple steps. First, create a prompt template. Second, decide what good looks like and select an example that you want to give to your AI tool with the prompt. And then last, create a quick review checklist that you and your team can use to make sure that the quality of the output is there. Once you're done, you'll start getting more of that magical yet seemingly evasive AI ROI that everyone keeps promising. If you want to learn more, I'll add links to all of these news updates in my description. And if you want help staying on top of important AI changes that directly impact you, your team, or your business, comment updates, and I'll share the link to our weekly AI news brief, so you can stay ahead without drowning in the AI news. And consider joining our AI Ready learning platform, where you can get access to helpful AI resources, join a community of like-minded AI enthusiasts, and participate in AI challenges to help you grow your skills and win prizes, all for just $49 for the entire year. If you found this video helpful or you learned something new, consider giving it a thumbs up. And for more AI videos, subscribe to AI Ready. At AI Ready, we believe AI is for everyone. So if you think there's someone in your network who could benefit from watching this, please share it with them. Remember to be kind to your AI. It might just help if the bots take over the world. And more importantly, be kind to your fellow humans. Peace.